All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. No, it's Monday. Monday. I'm going to do a couple things while we wait to see who pops in and says hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm your host and pilot, Uncle B. As always, we're back at it in the Euchers 52 today. We are departing from Milwaukee and heading to Peoria, Illinois. Shouldn't be a very long flight. As soon as I can get some clouds dialed in here. There we go. It says 2 hours and 24 minutes. I think we'll get there much quicker. We'll see. Taking off from runway 7 right. We're going to go out a little bit and then we'll hang a right. Cruise on down to our first VOR DME. Right there. That should be OBK, I believe. Yep. And then we cruise on down some more JOT right there. We'll intercept another one. PNT right there. And then our last VOR DME right there, BMI. And then, because that's in Bloomington, Illinois. It's the Central Illinois Regional Airport at Bloomington. And we're going to head towards this NDB right here. We'll get that dialed in. Good morning, Joseph. And then from here, it should be a straight shot into Peoria Airport there, the regional airport. So we should be, I expect to drop a lot of altitude between here and here, so that wherever they tell us to go, if they say go ahead, go straight on in, we're set to go. Or if they say left, we can deviate from here, find our pattern entry, and then come back around on in. But we'll see what they tell us to do here once we get started. Should be a nice little flight. I'll advance the time once we spawn in there at the airport. And so we have some nice sun in the sky as we take off from Milwaukee and head to Peoria. So only stream for me today. Later this afternoon for me, it'll be evening time in the UK For the UK folks, I will be joining Mick on the farm, unless something happens and that falls apart. But I'm expecting to spawn in on the farm and be lazy today. Lazy is the new norm. I'm going to be lazy today. I think I earned it. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I won't be lazy. You have to tune in to find out, right? You just never know. It's hard harvesting with only one good arm. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be lazy. Maybe I won't be. You just never know. But you got to tune in to find out today. And let's see what else. I saw Joe put out a video about all the coming content for Train Sim World 3. Really neat stuff. I will not lie. It looks good. Well, of course it looks good. Morning, Mick. It always looks good when you watch the little preview videos and all that, right? It's just that when you actually buy the stuff, that's when you find out how bad it actually is. But I did comment on his video. I said, well, I can already see the meltdowns in his stream chat about all the stuff that's coming out, and why is it that the American stuff's coming first, and that's BS, and my feelings are hurt because I'm not getting the UK stuff right away. So yeah. Oh, I'm sure you guys met up over in Jason's stream. So I know Joseph will be here for like a hot second, and as soon as I take off, he'll bugger back off to go watch Jason again until I get ready to land. Then he'll come back, right? I already know that's what's going to happen, Joseph. I know Jason went live about 19 minutes ago, roughly, right? You can lie to your friends. I can lie to my friend. Let's not lie to each other, Joseph. I already know the dealio. So, yeah. I'm sure somebody else will tell me otherwise. Uh-huh. I'm not buying it, Joseph. I'm not buying what you're selling. Thank you to Mike Dude Super for the follow a couple days ago. I think it was like I was off stream. Somebody came in and followed, so thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm not convinced, Joseph. I'm not convinced. I've known you too long. So that's what we got for today. Then the farm this afternoon, this evening for the folks in the UK. And yeah, I think I'm just going to take it easy the rest of the week because I do have the appointment on Friday. Hopefully everything does look good, and they take this caster splint, whatever you want to call it, the soft cast with a splint off, and they take the staples out. Yep, there's the route, and I am on the Southeast Asia server. I already verified that. There we go. Thank you, Mick. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I don't care what Addy says about you. Well, I don't know because I've had some pain over the weekend. A little bit of muscular pain, and I think it's just the muscles are kind of reconnecting and healing. And because of the cold weather we've had, I've had a bit of skeletal pain in the area where the surgery took place, and where they put the pins in and all that. So I think it's just partially is I'm getting old, and so there might be a little bit of arthritis already, but also with the cold weather, that may have had an impact on it as well. But it's okay. I'm fine. It just there was a couple times over the weekend like it really I was like, wow. It kind of took me for a loop, but it's okay. I'm fine. I'm used to it. Stuff like that happens as you get old. And but no, I think everything should be fine. I'll do images first, and then as long as everything looks good on the images, um then then I think everything should be fine. But we'll see. Because it, it's possible too that stuff may have shifted a little bit because I'm trying not to use my right arm for anything, but there's times where it's like I don't have much choice, so I don't know if I did anything, but the images will tell the tale when I go in there on Friday. So we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna take it easy the rest of the week. And hey, Casepin, how are you? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Nice to see you here. I gotta get a shout out together for you. K-Spin does. She's in Australia and does a lot of modern warfare stuff. Watched yesterday. Somebody came in. It came into her voice chat and tried to have a go, and she wasn't having it. He wasn't a complete idiot, or or as somebody said in the chat, he was a complete tool. So, yeah, that you handled that very well, I must say. That was I would have, yeah, you handled that really really well. So, yeah, good stuff. So if you're into the modern warfare stuff, if you're looking for other people to play with, let me find. Oop, I gotta find my. Where is it? There it is. I gotta find her. Oh, it's right there. So yeah, if you're into all that kind of stuff, go give her a follow over on Twitch. To do a proper shout out. later on. But yeah, go give her a follow. If you're into the modern warfare sort of shenanigans, I think she does a bunch of different stuff. But yeah, always a good laugh. Enjoyed it. But yeah, really, really, that one person yesterday. And see, the hard part is what I learned is sometimes people will come in and have a go, but it's people you know. And I was like trying to like, is this somebody she knows, or is this some random idiot that's just talking nonsense? And it turned out it was the random idiot talking nonsense. So yeah, and of course the throwdowns of the one, oh, why don't you 1v1 me? I'll show you. What's that? Like everybody said, what's that going to prove? Nothing. You know, nothing. Kowalski, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So let's see. About 4 more minutes. We'll spawn in and get started here. And yeah, I always thought that was funny. Whenever, why did you 1v1 me? Just, oh, you're too scared to 1v1 me. No, I don't care enough to 1v1 you. I saw it a lot when I used to play Destiny. People, why don't you come into the play PvP mode and you know, no. Yeah, so yeah, I always thought that was funny. All right, let's see. Still about 4 more minutes. Thank you all for coming in today. It might be a quiet chat. It might get chatty. Joseph swears up and down he's going to be here through the whole flight. We'll see. We'll see. You better be one chatty person in the chat there, Joseph, to prove me wrong. We'll see though. Let's see what else. The rewatching The Office. I've come to the conclusion that Andy Bernard should have had his ass kicked from day one and should have been kicked off the show. I don't know why they allowed him to stay on. You love chatting. Yeah. You love chatting as much as you love that dodgy McDonald's you go to, Joseph. Yeah, Andy Bernard should have had his ass kicked. Yeah. Never cared for him as a character. Let's see what else. We had a great flight Saturday on Mick's birthday. He did phenomenal. Phenomenal on the second flight from Prague to, where we go? Finland, I think it was. Landed the plane manually in the dark. Didn't use the ILS. Well, there wasn't an ILS approach on the runway we came in on. But he did fan-frickin-tastic. I couldn't have been happier. And I don't think he could have been any happier on his birthday either. It was awesome. Really enjoyed the whole thing. So if you missed it, you missed. Matter of fact, if you missed it, go watch the. It should still be over on Twitch, I do believe. It was the second flight, I believe. I think he put it up on Twitch, and so yeah, watch that second flight. It was he did fantastic. He I he did everything. He hit all the he did everything at the right time and everything. We got him on the ground, and he did wonderful. So yeah, if you want to hear somebody grinning ear to ear, that's the video for you, because you can hear it in his voice. I can promise you that. So all right, 1 more minute or half a minute. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and spawn in here and get the time set up. Get our first VOR DME tiled in. Oh, we got to add some weight to the plane. Forgot about that. That's okay. Just a little bit of weight in the back there. So yeah, if you want to watch that second video especially, he did fantastic. So if you want a little background noise and some laughs and all that. All right, let's get this first. Time. Oops. Just a smidge here. Yeah, that'll do. That. And wait. Just a little bit of fuel here, just on the safe side. That. All right. Let's get some lights off here. And let's get that dialed into 1, 3. That on, get that on, that on. Angled a little bit. Now, zoom out just once. There we go. Perfect. And I think we can go ahead and dim the dome light. Ooh, I like that. That's even... Oh, no, that's not it. No. There we go. Alright. That's still using the flashlight. Okay, I think we are all set. Otherwise... Oh. Let's dial in a little bit of heat on the carburetors. All right, perfect. All right, I think we are all set. Let's do this. I am at use the route. Most every other streamer, I'm trying to utilize the same stuff right there. KMKE. All right, first setting a 187 once we're in the air. Thank you for the question there, Joe176. For the first time chat, welcome. And away we go. So the server. Well, thank you for the bits, Mick. Appreciate it. All right. Let's go ahead and start turning to the right. Let's see. Nice. bits there, Mick. Appreciate it. Nautical miles to our first BORD meter. Right. Where? I saw him here, but where'd he go? Oh, there he is. No rights. Way. Lean back here. Should go not too far away from Chicago O'Hare. That might be the $1 million question of the day, Mick. Only thing is, Joseph can't afford the $1 million to. We should check the TV schedule for the premiership. Yeah. Yeah, you know, if West Ham Sandwich is playing, we know he's not going to join us then, or if there's other shenanigans going on YouTube tonight, you know he won't be there. Or if he's got a hot date at the dodgy McDonald's, you know he won't be there. Yeah, I don't know if that PC-21, that going 101 knots might be pretty slow for that plane. But you're welcome to fly along as long as you want. Oh, Lord. I'm definitely going to be lazy tonight then. If Joseph's going to be there, I'm going to be extra lazy. Not just a little bit lazy, but I'm going to be extra. I'm going to be super lazy tonight. Mick, I reckon, you know what we should do? You and I should just stand at the farmhouse on the porch there and see how much Joseph can get done on his own. That's another good question. Got to be specific, Joseph. Are you actually joining tonight, or are you going to say you're going to join and then at the end, at the last minute, you're going to be like, oh, I can't be arsed. Oh, Joseph, no, you can't say that. I'm pulling even though Bex isn't here, you can't say that. I don't have to help out. There's no rules that say I have to do anything. That's how that works. I have busted my butt numerous times on that farm. I think I deserve to be lazy once in a while. I'm happy to stand on the porch there at the farmhouse and let you get on with it, Joseph. Yeah, see? There you go. Nick said it. Nick is the boss of the farm. It's his farm. I think the one pilot oh, nope, there he is, way down there. Oh, don't make promises you can't keep, Joseph. Don't make promises like that. The question would be, how much would Mick have to check up behind you to make sure everything got done? That's the real question. Remember, Joseph, we have ocular proof. We have visual and audio proof. It's out there on the internet. And I'm sure Mick could go back and clip it. Maybe a couple times to make sure it's looking good. I have my doubts, Joseph. I have my doubts. Like I said, there's ample proof out there otherwise. But also remember, Mick doesn't have time to spend to fix all the mistakes. That's the difference. how much time tonight. All right, 25 nautical miles to our first view of our DME. What's that saying from Top Gun? Son, your ego's writing checks your body can't cash. The thing is, it's time, Joseph. That's the difference. Oh, the ads are inbound. First set of ads. There might be a bunch here. I don't know. I've tried to look into the ad issue, but hopefully it's only a couple ads. I apologize if it is not just a couple ads. So yeah, we're going to try to get, hopefully, if everything goes well, Friday, and I get this splint off, and I think the PA was going to try to get somebody to make one for me that is like a, be easier for me to kind of start moving my arm around, and but also if I need the stability, otherwise I can put it back on. And it'll be easier for me to do on my own. And then we'll try to do 2 flights during the week. We'll maybe do Monday and Wednesday with the Junkers, and then we'll slowly try to get back into the long, or 4 days a week. It may be a few more months before I can do another long haul flight. I think maybe 3 hours or so. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Exactly. That is the key right there. That's the what I've been trying to say all along is if you can't give the time accordingly, or if you can do a few things that help move things along, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can't, if you think you can commit the time, but you can't do the stuff correctly, then we're spending more time. But Joseph, it's not about rushing it. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. It's about doing the stuff correctly within the allotted time, getting the stuff done, so Mick doesn't have to go behind off stream and fix it. It's not about rushing. It's not a race. It's It's getting what you can get done in the amount of time that Mick has available to stream. That's the key. That is the key right there. So if you can do a few small things to help him out, that's okay. It's better to be okay with that than say, I can do 3 or 4 fields and you're struggling to get one done and the other 2 just don't get touched. You know, if you can do one field, just say, I can do one field. And you know, it's okay. At least be honest about it. If you can't do everything, don't say you can do everything, because you can't. That's not possible. You can try, but you're going to end up coming up short. So it's not a race. It's just getting on with it, getting this stuff done. If it's just harvesting, that's okay. It's something is better than nothing. But if you're going to be overwhelmed, then just say, I can do this one small field over here, and you know, if that's okay. You know, at least just be honest about it. Don't try to say, oh, I can do it all. No. That's why I don't hardly spend time looking at the chat. Yeah, exactly. Like Nick said. If it's just you go and plow the cotton, you get the cotton done, or whatever it is. If there's one thing you can do, then just say, I can do this today. Or, you know, I can help with this. You know, that's okay. Or if, you know, whatever it is. All right, 11.5 nautical miles to our first navigation aid there. Or if there's not enough to do tonight, or you're just like, I think I'll sit this one out because, you know, maybe it's just too much for you to do, or too much to handle, it's okay. At least just be honest about it. Well, that may be true, Joseph. That may be true. But doing those things within the allotted time that Mick has, that's the key. And doing it correctly, so Mick doesn't have... If there's some small things that have to be done off stream, that's okay, like spraying or something like that. That's one thing. But when it's like going in and fixing fields and, you know, and all that, that's a whole nother... That's a lot of work. So... Like I know usually there's that, I think it's wheat or something, right there at the farmhouse. It always has to get done, replanted. You know, those aren't huge fields. Those are easy to do. But that helps Mick out because it's something that gets done right away. All right, the ads are finally done, I think. Yeah, and that potato field, that's a very time-consuming process because he's got to replant all the potato stuff. So, but we'll see tonight. I may be super-duper lazy. Maybe I won't be. You never know. I'm debating. I might have to work hard because I can't let Mick hang by himself and stuff doesn't get done. move things along. Oh yeah, you're plowing that field that we bought that had the grass on it, and then planting the cotton for. Or maybe we'll do that tonight. I don't know. Well, thank you all for coming in and hanging out. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you, Mick, again for the 100 bits. I think that's my tip for getting you on the ground safely on Saturday. I gladly accept it. Oh, Joseph, you don't know how close you were to getting nice. How close you were to getting an earful from me on Saturday, young man. Oh, you were so close. You lucked out. I'm not going to go over it again. Just you, oh. You came so close to getting an earful though from me on Saturday. Let's just put it that way. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. All right, second one coming up. Joliet, Illinois, 01230. It's okay, Joseph. Don't worry about it. What's done is done. It's okay. Just 0 on a heading of 204. That's all right, Joseph. Don't worry about it. It's well, let's see what else is there to talk about. I did watch the who was it? The Tottenham Hotspurs versus Man City. Boy, the acting on some of those players, my goodness. Man City player pulls a Spurs player on top of him and then tries to pretend like the Spurs player landed on him on purpose. I was like, wow. Get an Academy Award nomination for that acting performance. My goodness. Yeah. Oh, man. And it was very clear, like he grabbed onto the City player grabbed onto the Spurs player and then fell. And it just so happened that the Spurs player landed on top of him. That he grabs his stomach like, oh, you hit me in my tummy. Yeah, no, dude. You pulled him right on top of your tummy. What are you talking about? The replay shows it. Seriously, dude. You can't, wow. did catch the last, caught a little bit of the Wolves game, but that was, I started watching that, and then I saw Mick was getting ready on Flight Sim, so I was like, oh, I think he's getting ready to stream, so we got to get ready for his birthday stuff. So, yeah. And Scruffy, if you're lurking in the stream, good morning. Sorry I missed your flight last night. So I was a little bit all over the place last night, and so I missed your stuff over in. Well, like getting tackled is one thing. Like sometimes it is a bit. They are a bit devious with their behavior, I guess. But they're but also, but when a player acts like they got tackled and that the other player intentionally hurt them, when you know that's not necessarily true, and they try to play it off like they did get injured, you know. And I know part of it, that's just part of the tactics of the game. I think that they, I think Joe might have given up. It's okay. Yeah, it's just it does look really bad, I think, overall for the game. People do that because when somebody's really injured, it you know, people are less likely to believe it, but a lot of people just act stupid and oh, he did. No, dude, you pulled him on top of you. You used the momentum. You didn't. You know, it wasn't like he grabbed him completely, but he hooked into him enough that when he tripped and fell, it was clear that, you know, the Spurs player was going to land on top of him. So. Just cruising right along here. Thank you all again for coming in and hanging out with a bit of my coffee here. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming. Looks like to Flight Sim. A lot of people are excited about the 6-engine Antov, the 225, I think it is, the AN 225 that was destroyed in Ukraine last year. It'll be a year ago this month. That is coming to the sim. A lot of people are excited about that. It looks fantastic. Big plane, lots of stuff. What else? Yeah, hopefully things are finally on the uptick here in the sim now that the holiday breaks are pretty much over, and at least until maybe Easter or Thanksgiving. But they need to get cracking, get that stuff pushed out. There's still, you know, there's still stuff that's coming out that is just, I saw on the forums over the weekend, somebody was talking about, I guess Captain Sim is releasing another, they're using the 747 as their baseline model, and I think it's a 767 or something else that they're releasing. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, right now, and it's what this person posted is a fact. For those of us on the Xbox, we have very limited options when it comes to jetliner stuff, You know, and LVFR's done a pretty good job filling in the gap in the meantime with the A318, the 319, and the 321. But we're missing a lot of Boeing stuff, like all the stuff from PMDG, the 737s, or the 737s, all those different versions. So we're getting a lot of good Airbus stuff, and you know, hopefully one day we're going to get the A380. But Captain Sim is utilizing the fact that the Xbox does not have a lot of options for jetliner stuff, and you know, it's a bit of a cash grab, unfortunately. And some people, and I know I bought 2 of the planes. I haven't flown them in quite some time because he's one of those developers, or they're one of those developers that does not do regular updates to their aircraft. So I don't know if they even work well right now. I don't know that I would want to spend the time trying to find out, you know. But yeah, hopefully they start clearing out the backlog. We start getting some more stuff, like the Twin Otter. We've been waiting on that one for quite a long time. I think that's waiting for the WASM fix. The DC-6 is waiting for the WASM fix. All the PMDG 737 series are waiting for the WASM fix. But yeah, we're really, for those that want to fly more jetliners on the Xbox side, we're very, very limited. We'll see what happens this week, weeks going forward, as we get closer to the World Update for New Zealand. Sim Update 12 in March. I gotta look on the forums to see when the beta is going to start, so hopefully I can get in on that beta, and hopefully we can test some stuff for Sim Update 12. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Should get a picture in before I forget. Let's do that. So I use this for the picture for the YouTube videos once they're uploaded. I like it. It's good too. All right, there we go. Let's see what else is there. To talk about, seeming wise. I am kind of keen on the there's a German route coming from it's like 1992, I think. It's a single track, kind of like in the countryside. That looks fantastic. That looks like it would be an interesting route. Of all the ones that are coming out, that does look pretty interesting. have to admit. I wish I could remember. I wish I had pictures of it. The trains that I rode when I was in Germany. What train systems there were. So, yeah, it's. All right, 17 nautical miles to. I think we're on our way to. JOT, Joliet, Illinois. This by Blues Brothers movie, Joliet Joliet State Prison there. Joliet, Illinois. Never seen the Blues Brothers, you're missing out. Funny ass movie, pardon my French. Yeah, a lot of big names in that movie. Ray Charles was in the movie. Aretha Franklin was in the movie. So yeah, we're slowly getting back into the swing of things here on the channel. Hopefully soon we will be back to a better schedule. We had a lot of flying planned ahead of us, going into January, into February, and forward. Had to take a lot of that time off to deal with this injury. Yeah. That kind of put me back a bit. Alright, 11 nautical miles. Our next one will be 11060. People, if you're going to join in, you're more than welcome to fly whatever you want to fly. But also remember, I'm in a slower plane. And sometimes trying to slow down to keep up with me or fly, formation with me may not always be the easiest thing to do. So anybody can fly whatever they want. If you're looking for attention in your flying, you're asking me to be outside the aircraft exclusively. I'm probably going to say no to that going forward. If you want to go flying by, zipping by in a fighter jet or whatever, you're more than welcome to do so. But this is not a stream where I'm featuring how you fly. I'm featuring how I fly. more than welcome to fly along anytime along the way. You can spawn in on me. I don't have like the little nav map capabilities. I can kind of guesstimate, but depending on what you're flying, only you would know what would be the appropriate airport to take off from based on where I am. So I try to pay attention to where we are and airport stuff, but fly what you think you can handle in the sky. So we have Pontiac is next. Let's see what's the distance on that. That will be 47 nautical miles. It will be, oh. Yeah, I think 47. We'll see once we get there and dial it in. So we should be. GOT. Right, we'll pass that, and then we'll be on our way to our next Pontiac and Bloomington, and we'll be in Peoria before we know it. I picked this airport because it's someplace, I mean, we've been through Illinois a couple times already, but we've not landed at Peoria before, I don't believe. All right. Nine. There we are. Continuing on. Pretty much almost the same heading. All right, 46 nautical miles to go. Yeah, it was 47.4 or 47. Good morning, Planet Neutral. How are you? Nice to see you here. Hopefully you're doing well. If you'd like to watch a nice, chilled, relaxing stream, Some nice chilled vibes going on over in his stream. Maybe find your is. Not too bad things. Fall Planet Neutral. I've had a chance to watch him. I haven't watched him in a bit, but what I did see, he's got a nice relaxed vibe on his channel when he does stream. Very chill. So if that's your thing, you go give him a follow. Won't be disappointed. We try. Oh, you do fantastic, man. You do fantastic. So, yeah. He's got a good vibe going on over on his stream. It's always nice when, because you know, as Scruffy always says in his chat, he's got a little Nightbot thing that talks about, you know, life is tough as it is, you know, and it's nice to find streamers who don't allow any of that to kind of creep in, even though sometimes it's easier said than done. But it does help when it's just kind of relaxing. You know, you just kind of come in and forget about your troubles for a while. You know, I'm a firm believer, and I used to subscribe to the belief that alcohol was the solution to that, and it's not. You know, it will take away whatever your problems are for a short minute, drugs included, alcohol, drugs, either one. And then you're going to wake up the next day and the problem's still there. So if you're looking for an alternative to either of those things, we try to have a nice relaxing time here. Although none of us are perfect, we have our own baggage, I guess you could say, and we sometimes bring that to our chats on our streams. We try to make it where, if you just like to kind of sit back, relax, and have your coffee or your tea or your whatever, and you just want to hang out, you're more than welcome to be here. We steer clear of politics. We steer clear of everything that is usually a very divisive thing in the world. You know, I try to steer clear of that sort of stuff. There's enough of it going on in the media as it is. We don't need to have it here. I hope that everybody feels welcome if they come in here to hang out. Regardless of your religious beliefs, your political beliefs, anything and everything. If you just want to come in and hang out and say hello, just chill here, you're more than welcome to be here. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I'm not just saying that just to say it. I do mean that. Too much hassle. Hello, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Paladunka B. We're in the Junkers 52 3M-Retro fit, heading to Peoria, Illinois. We took off from Milwaukee, heading to Peoria. This is leg 39 of our trip across America here in the Junkers 52. We started in JFK, New York last year. We're just doing the lower 48 for right now. Quite a big fan of this plane. Wishing that somebody would do some vintage Lufthansa liveries for this thing. just to have a little bit more as far as this is the basic one that I fly when I fly the retrofit, but that's what we're doing. We're on our way to final destination of Peoria today. We're just making our way through some VOR DMEs along the way. And if you don't understand all the terminology, that's okay. If you ask, I'll try I think Vic meant relaxing. He's multitasking right now. Thanks, Mick. I'll try to explain things as best as I understand them, but there are people who have way more knowledge than I do that could probably explain it much better than I can. But basically, we're using these radio signals to navigate. We keep changing our frequencies. We're utilizing this needle, this system here, and this little doodad right there that tells us how much farther we got to go to get to our VOR DME. Everything gets validated by this new tablet that was brought to the aircraft back in December, and so we're just making our way kind of southwest. We're unfortunately kind of making it up as we go along here because I'm recovering from a fractured humerus elbow bone right above my right elbow, right near the joint space. So still recovering from the surgery for that. So we were streaming 4 days a week. Mondays and Wednesdays was our Junkers 52 flights. Thursdays was Route 66, although we completed that whole tour. And then Fridays was we're alternating between jetliner flights and taking the Twin Beach along a tour of South America. So everything's been kind of thrown into the frying pan and got burned, and so we're kind of picking up the pieces and moving on. But as always, if you want to fly along, I put the server in and the route information. We are on our way to Pontiac is our next VOR DME. It's kind of just in the middle along the way. Sometimes we fly over an actual airport to get there, but we're making our way. Captain RS recently did a whole explanation about VOR to VOR flying. He probably explained it way more in depth than I could. shows on the Midland Main Line. I reckon that's where Joseph is right now, watching Joe on the Midland Main Line. Isn't that right, Joseph? He said he was going to be here. He loves to chat. Oh, wait. Somebody said something. I'm still here. Okay. Yours must have perked up. Oh, Rob's talking about me. I better get back in there. You don't want pithers coming in here and telling on you now, Joseph. Recton fam? Recton fam? I'm not sure. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Like everything kind of updated all at once. Appreciate the follow. Welcome. Welcome. Nice to see you all here. Happy Monday or early Tuesday for some folks. Those time zones can be tricky. Before you know it, it's already middle of the week. Everybody else seems to be just starting theirs elsewhere in the world. But hopefully everybody's having a good Monday so far. And if you're not, Mr. Adams is the complaint department for the channel. You can send him a whisper and tell him why you're not having a good Monday. Just like if you didn't enjoy the flight, he'll take your complaint and file it in the correct drawer. He likes to receive all your whispers. Right. We have 17 nautical miles to Papa November Tango, Pontiac. We're getting there slowly but surely. 682. Oh, for the Lord's sake. course here. I think what we could do, well, once we get past this VORDME here, we'll start to reduce our altitude a little bit. I was just saying, I guess I muted myself by accident. We got a little bit of rain this morning. We did get snow over the weekend. It was very bitterly cold. We had like almost a little bit of a very light blizzard, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but we were past that now. The ground's all wet, like it just rained or something. Yeah. Aha! Joseph. Oh, Joseph. Did you not think I wouldn't check Joe's chat? I'm staying right here. Mm-hmm. All right, Bloomington. 10820. All right, so to Bloomington, it's only 22-something nautical miles. So we are going to go ahead and start slowing down here, start dropping some altitude. Yeah, boy, Joseph. You even said, and I quote, "Hello NG," or "Hey NG, hope everyone is well," close quote. You forgot what you were going to say now. Yeah, I'm sure you have, Joseph. I'm sure you have. Oh, as the saying goes from Top Gun, your ego's right in checks, your body can't cash. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get dropping our altitude a little bit, not too terribly much. We'll start getting ready to land here in Peoria here in a little bit. Thank you all once again for coming in and hanging out. Busted. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so we know our Bloomington, that should be the airport there. I do believe that we're going to fly over before we turn to the right. Peoria is over, somewhere over that way, I believe. Don't no, not yet, Joseph, because I don't have I'm not on the PC. All that is through OBS and through the PC. I don't have all that because I'm on the Xbox. So no, eventually I will have them. I've already linked it to the account, but you're not going to get the toilet flush or the fart or anything because then you'll be blowing up the farts in my chat. So I gotta find some fun ones, but nothing that is like no. We'll see. No, but I did link it to the account. I just don't have OBS and all that. That's the only drawback. So once I'm on the PC, at some point, hopefully here in the near future, then I can have all that kind of stuff. But yeah, having it on through the Xbox is I tried to figure it out and I could not find a way to make it work. That'll be something in the near future. 10 nautical miles, yeah, that should be Bloomington Airport. Drove through parts of Illinois heading west. Years ago, I stopped off in Union, Illinois. They have a huge, if you're a train fanatic, they have a huge train museum there in Union, Illinois. And if you leave there and start heading west, you can go from Union, Illinois and stop off at the massive Union Pacific yard at, where they have the Golden Spike Visitor Center. And you can go to the top of the spike and they have like an observation deck and you can look around and you can look from one side, you can walk from one side to the other and you can see like a vast majority of that huge Union Pacific yard. Part of it you can look down towards one of the maintenance areas. Yeah, it's a really neat trip if you've never been and you're thinking about driving across the United States on a road trip or whatever. I highly recommend stopping off at both of those places. It's really impressive. And at the museum there in Union, Illinois, they do rides around the property. They have the property is so big that you can take like a little cable car ride. They have like street cars and all kinds of different stuff that you can ride on from different eras of railroad history or interurban cars and stuff like that. So so yeah, there's all kinds of neat stuff there to check out. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. But yeah, I was really impressed with the Union Pacific yard. You could just kind of stand up there and watch them put the consists together for their freight stuff, and yeah, absolutely amazing stuff there. I really enjoyed that. Joseph, let's not get too personal in the chat, okay? Please. If you know something, it's not broadcast it to the rest of the world. That's business, right? All right. We're gonna churn here in just a hot second. gain some more altitude. Anywho's, all right, so we're just gonna, all right, there we go. Heading of 281. All right, we'll make our way here. Let's see where Peoria is on the list. A lot of small airports along in here. That's the drawback. All right. We can use that outbound distance, so the needle is kind of behind us here. We can ride that distance to our non-directional beacon. And if we get is 30-something nautical miles. 31.2. So we'll say 31 nautical miles. As long as we get that distance, or roughly, we're like in the 28, 29. We should be close enough then to call in and tell Peoria we're coming in for landing. Get our pattern assignment. Oh, come on. Killing me here. All right. Like I said before, thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out today. I've enjoyed it. We're making our way to Peoria now. We're 14, almost 50, heading towards 15 nautical miles distance from our last VOR DME, heading to an NDB, a non-directional beacon. There in front of us. As soon as we see Peoria pop up on the list here, we'll call them and say we're coming in, and we'll get our pattern assignment. We'll do what we got to do, get this plane on the ground nice and safely, and we'll be done for today. We'll be back. I'll be back. I won't be streaming, but I will be on midstream later this afternoon for me, about 1 o'clock-ish. Evening time for those in the UK and the rest of the European area. So if you want to come in and hang out, watch. Only ask, don't be needy and beg to join, please. It's kind of annoying. It's up to Mick. If he wants you to join, he'll let you join. He'll give you all the particulars, but Not a big fan of needy people like that. That annoys me to no end. People need to learn some manners again. Goodness gracious. That's why I don't stream stuff like that, because then people start getting all needy about it. I don't like the word no. I can't handle it. That says more about you than it does the person saying it. Alright, 19 nautical miles out. We should go down here to... Yes. There it is. I like it. There we go. Alright, let's get some flaps down here. Get our aircraft slowing down. There's our assignment. There we go. Oh, Joseph. I'm going to invoke the same thing. That's 20 quid into the Beck's PS5 fund. To just relax for the night, Joseph, that's fine. Don't try to do too much. If you don't think you can handle it, then don't. Okay. You said you weren't going to go anywhere else, and yet I find you in Joe's stream, so... I have my doubts, Joseph. I'm sorry. Alright, we focus on getting this on the ground and we'll be back in the chat. So we got the aircraft under control. Turn like this. Where we are. This one is a straight in approach. Not that I don't mind flying the pattern, but this worked out rather well. We could go straight in and we're already losing altitude, so that helped. ILS on both ends. Picking up the signal to the ILS closest to us. Can't even do the crusty salute right now. Alright, crusty imaginary salute. There we go. Peoria. Also, Gamer, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. To all the viewers, thank you for all the follows today. Thank you for everybody who came in and hung out. Appreciate it. Nice to see you all here. Happy Monday to you, or early Tuesday, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. We're on final approach here into Peoria. And as soon as we land, we'll be hitting the stream once we get the aircraft parked up and done. Try to be back next week at about the same time. Hopefully we're going to start getting back to our normal schedule. 4 days a week. We may just start with 1 and then work our way to 2 days. 3, then 4. We have to crawl before we walk. We have to walk before we run. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. We used to say in the military. Welcome everybody. Little bump coming up. There we are. And that's how we do that. On behalf of myself and entire flight crew, I'd like to welcome you to Peoria, Illinois. The time is 7:45 in the morning, if I remember my time zones correctly. We understand and appreciate the fact that Joseph could not just hang out in the chat the entire flight. He had to go see what everybody else was up to, but that's okay. We still love him anyway. We'll be back again sometime next week in the Junkers 52. We'll depart from here and find somewhere else to go along the way here. Not sure which way we will head just yet, but hopefully it'll be a nice, relaxing flight. Flaps weren't going all the way up. Alright, let's get our parking assignment. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Peoria ground Lufthansa 039er taxi to parking. Lufthansa 039er taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie Bravo Alpha cross runway.
Yeah, we are, I guess, saying this a field would be the right place to go. There we go. I will be back later today on Mixed Stream, Farming Simulator 22. You want to come in and hang out and watch us farm? You're more than welcome to. We may do Joseph a favor and cut his ear off, his ringing ear off with a rusty saw. He doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Who knows? No telling what might happen on the farm tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Mick, for the 100 bits. Appreciate that. You're a gentleman and a scholar, despite what Joseph might think about you. Thank Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for everything you've done to help me grow the channel. Appreciate you. Was the very first founding member here of the Uncle B Sim channel. He's been here ever since. He's a fixture. Hope he stays that way. I'd like to have him here. This video will be available on YouTube tomorrow around noon Eastern. Maybe a little bit earlier. I might shoot for 11. I don't know. Maybe we'll do 11. I have to wait at least 24 hours before I can premiere it over on YouTube. Since I'm a Twitch affiliate, that's part of the rules. So. We'll begin the downloading process here shortly. Got here just enough gas in the tank. I like it. Alright, let's get our lights off here. Engine shut off. Hallmark moment. Yeah, I know. Joseph's gonna start getting all tender in the chat, and he's gonna start getting all, you know, he's gonna have to reach for the box of tissue and wipe away the tears and all that. There we go. All right, an hour 41. So we did it like in an hour quicker. That's good. So there we are. So that will do it for today, folks. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, if not, feel free to whisper Joseph, Mr. Adams. Let him know how you feel. He likes to hear those sorts of things. You never know. He might respond. Anyway, well, that will do it for today. Do enjoy the rest of your Friday. See, I'm already thinking at the end of the week. Do enjoy the rest of your Monday morning, afternoon, evening, early Tuesday. I have been and always shall be your host, the Pilot Uncle B. Until next time, and hopefully I'll have some idea here. Probably by Friday, I'll post once I see the physician assistant and they decide what they're going to do. I'll give a little bit of an update on the Discord, and hopefully we'll have some idea of what we're doing next week, and we'll go from there. So, anyway, until then, peace. Live long and prosper.